Hello, fire signs. Welcome to Power of Three. If you're returning, and I hope you are, welcome back. This is another Hocus Pocus message. Sorry, I'm banging the table with my knee. April 2025. Hocus Pocus. It comes in many different forms. Usually, and mostly, it's so subtle you would not even recognize it as that. But that's the point of these, is to bring it to light that, you know, people's intentions even. They don't have to be doing full out spells on you, although they could be. Okay. Uh, but sometimes it's just people's intentions, and their energy and the force of it, depending on who it is and how much of a part in your life they play. So, if you're an Aries, a Leo, a Sagittarius, there could be a message here for you. If there isn't this time, but you are, here and you watch the videos, please remember to hit the like button before you leave to support the channel. I've had a suggestion by one of the viewers. Thank you so much. You probably won't be watching this particular video, but I'm going to give your suggestion and hopefully that helps to get the videos in the algorithm. But and in the meantime, excuse me, hitting the like button does as well. Make sure you're subscribed. All these things are absolutely free. Okay, I'm going to let you know what decks we're using as we go. Okay. Fire signs, let's get started with your Hocus Pocus. From the Holy Spirit, all things whatsoever you shall ask in prayer, believing you shall receive. So, it's not enough to just ask. You have to have some sort of belief or faith that you will be heard. And just because you don't get an answer right away, and I say that because it's a child. Is this reading for a child? No. So this might be something that you asked for and have been looking for most of your life, and it hasn't showed up yet. Okay. Now we're looking into why that could be, right? So the overall energy is coming from this Sacred Rebel Oracle. And you've got dream, a beautiful dream. And it's also, they're drawing you to the number of the card, which they don't always do, but it's the card number 19, which is the next stage up from what we see here, right? A younger child, very small, I don't know, what is she, 8, 9, perhaps something, 7, I don't know. But we have dream, a beautiful dream at 19. So you might still have been hanging on for this from being, we'll say, under 10, under the age of 10, where you did have a small faith. You were probably brought up in it, but things just don't ever work out the way they're explained, and that can be confusing. Dream a beautiful dream is what it is, and at 19, you're still dreaming that beautiful dream. But how old are you now? Supporting that is coming from the dark goddess oracle, and you got uh, Fomnak, and it's envy. And honestly, fire signs, I feel this is coming from a parent. I know probably your brains probably jump to, why wouldn't I say a sibling first? I don't know. It could be for some of you, I guess. If that's what it is, that's fine. But sometimes when parents, okay, I won't say parents, I'll say people that are brought up in certain religions, so they make a mistake and they're forced to, I don't know, be a parent and then project not only that, but there's how they've been pulled back and corrected, and it's enforced even more so on you. I feel like because their dreams that they had when they were your age didn't come true, and they ended up being a parent, to sit back and watch you get to dream those dreams and have them come true, even though they wouldn't verbally. I just made up a new word. Even though they wouldn't verbally, I just about said it again. Even though they wouldn't verbalize that to you, it's in their heart, deep within their heart. So, however they manage to hide their envy, it's there. You picked up on it? We're going to find out. So, starting with the Hocus Pocus Tarot. See what comes out for Aries, Leo, Sagittarius for their highest good, April 2025. The Fool. So see, you're still at the beginning. Even though you've been dreaming this dream since you were a child, you're still at the beginning. Always trying to light that flame and get it going. But something keeps putting it out. Okay, two just flip. The High Priestess and the Two of Cups. The High Priestess, your higher self, your intuition. Your intuition is the one that led you to dream these beautiful dreams. That somebody, I do feel it's a parent, is envious. They don't get to have their dreams didn't come true. That's horrible. It really is. Two of Cups, see, relationship. Maybe your dream, a beautiful dream, doesn't involve a relationship right now, but because they were forced into one with whoever they knew you with. Okay, so your parents together, right? I don't know how to word that, right? But I don't know here if we're leaning more towards your father or your mother, okay? Or maybe both. Maybe they both kind of in their own way feel that way, and that's why it's so heavy. So maybe they just feel like you should be focusing on finding your person instead of dreaming these dreams because their dreams didn't come true. No offense to you, my dear. Absolutely not. I was born the same way. So I know exactly what I'm talking about. It's just from my own background. Just at the bottom. Judgment. See, and it's a cemetery. So it's like they want your life to turn out exactly the way theirs did. Anything else gets heavily judged. And it's like, no, like, and I mean, you're old enough to make that decision for yourself. However, if you're constantly being pulled by that vibration from them, two most important people to you all your life, up until this point where you should be, in this, like relationships, I just don't feel like they're your priority. You've got other dreams. All right, we're clarifying with the double major. So this deck has two of everything in it. One's the normal, what we're used to seeing, and the other isn't. So perfect for these readings. Hocus Pocus, please clarify. Thank you so much again to the Holy Spirit, my guides and feet, for being here with the fire signs. Please clarify their Hocus Pocus for reading April 2025. The Fool. Clarify the Fool. Take the Pentacles. Again, you have been dreaming for this, dreaming about it, trying to learn about it, skill yourself at it, whatever it is. Okay, it doesn't matter what it is, since you were very young. And you've had I feel a double force against it. Like, oh, I don't want to be careful giving examples because I don't want to. The moon under the high priestess. So I feel like maybe this message is the first breakthrough for you. Hopefully, you get it. If this resonates with you at all as you're hearing it, um, and saying maybe like I'm getting the maybe somebody's never watched tarot before, and you're just scrolling through YouTube and you just happen to see this video, and so you just watch it for shits and giggles, and lo and behold, it touches upon something that's gone through your being of wonder. So now, like I say, this reading might be the breakthrough where you're like the moon is under the high priestess, okay? So your intuition has been maybe trying to alert you of this for a very, very long time, and it's remained hidden. And it might just take you because you're, grown up at this point, whether you're still with them or not, I don't know. Maybe you are. Maybe you haven't, like I say, you don't have a significant relationship because it's not your priority. So maybe you haven't, I don't know whether you're out on your own or not. It really doesn't matter. There's still a heavy influence. But the fact that the Two of Cups is not a priority for you, just the fact that you can be aware that energy can do that to you might be all you need to shift it and be able to take control of your dreams again. Okay. And sit back silent like they have all this time, saying, okay, well, now I'm on to you, so I'm going to push back silently so that your energy isn't pulling me back anymore. That silent game. King of Wands. Love it when you guys show up in your readings. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This is the king of take action. This is the king of I'll do what I want when I want. This is under the Two of Cups. Okay. So basically, kind of what I'm getting this is it's up to you to begin relationships. It's up to you whether you want to be in one or not. And you probably have dated and you have interest, but there's something holding you back. And there's probably a force much harder to push you towards it when there's a even bigger force that's pulling you towards what you really want to do, which is your dream, your beautiful dream. Knight of Cups, see? But it's not the normal one, is it? You see, you do date and you do see people, you do things, but not in a serious manner. You have absolutely no intention of following through on any of it because you have other interests right now. So even if you've met the right one, you're not that Queen of Cups behind that. Okay? And the Page of Swords and the Moon. I think that there is somebody special in your life, but I think that maybe they know you well enough to know not to push you. If you're meant to be together, you'll be together, and that's probably who you want to end up with, but not until you've done your dream, not until you've lived your dream. That's probably a better way to say it. Let's extra clarify with the Kipper deck. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Let's extra clarify. Oh, we're also going to put an initial. I have the letters here, so I will put one initial on all this, which should help, I hope. If your person's or your initial or whatever you're looking for doesn't show up, that's okay. It doesn't still mean that there's not a message here for you. But it just might be there to clinch it for some of you. Dream, a beautiful dream with envy. Yeah, coffin. See, it's just like this. See, it's clarifying the overall energy. This is the overall energy of the main spread, the Hocus Pocus. Okay, coffin. Where does the coffin go? To the cemetery. This is where your dreams are, as far as they're concerned. You should have one dream and one dream only, and that's finding your significant other. That's it. So maybe you come from I'm starting to think that maybe you come from a specific culture, okay, which will, yes, have its own religion. And that might dictate damn near everything from what you eat, what you wear. And if you're trying to break away from that, because it's more a modern day age and maybe your family, maybe you don't live in your homeland anymore, but they won't seem to let you live the life and culture that you are in now. All right, and that's why that would make even more sense why this maybe you've never watched a tarot reading before. Page of Pentacles under the Fool. See, it's I strongly feel it's your background and it's it's just your dreams are stolen from you because of not having outlet to make it come true. Because if everybody will be born to the same thing, so your siblings, your parents, your aunts, your uncles, your grandparents, everybody you know. Now you can maybe see what you want outside of that, but if you've not connected with anyone to help you break this chain, call it, of hocus pocus, it's keeping your dreams dead and buried, basically. The moon under the high priestess, please. Adjudication. See, you're just heavily judged. If you don't do what you're told, how you're raised, how everybody else does things, then you are heavily judged and possibly punished where you come from. But maybe if, like I say, if you're not in your homeland, then you wouldn't have to worry about necessarily being punished. But that's not going to stop all the energies around you, the envious energies around you, that you would even have the gumption and the gall to dream such dreams. I feel like maybe the older people are feeling that. Like, how dare kind of thing. That's what like, yeah, because, you're going against what you're told is right. So what you're thinking, doing, and dreaming is wrong, wrong, wrong. That's some heavy hocus pocus. King of Wands under the Two of Cups, which also makes sense why the relationship's being pushed too. King of Wands under the Two of Cups. Sudden wealth. Sudden wealth. Well, that could be just, it could be linked to your dreams. Maybe that's why you just like to focus on your creativity right now in order to make that dream come true, which for some of you might be sudden wealth. You want to just, be wealthy first and then focus on the relationship part of life. But for others of you, I'm going to say buy a lottery ticket. Okay? Buy a lottery ticket. And if you win, just let me know so I can say congratulations. Bottom of the deck, toil and labor. Toil and labor. So for some of you, like I say, I don't know what your dream is. It might be to get away from toil and labor because it's part of what you were raised in, which is also not part of your dream. All right, let's do the letters. On the top, on the coffin, the overall energy. Letter B. And the Thief with the Fool and the Page of Pentacles. Letter U. High Priestess with the Moon and Judication. Letter R. King of Wands under the Two of Cups with sudden wealth. Letter N, as in no. Alrighty. She knows. Breakfast food. This is the ask and it is given deck. We're gonna close this energy out. Close this energy out with and give you a message to take away. From your Hocus Pocus reading, April 2025, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Well, that's good as always. Wouldn't forget it. I am becoming consciously aware of my inner being. Inner being dreams a beautiful dream. It has nothing to do with anything you've been taught, told, or seen growing up. And you've had this within you since you were young. I think it's high time people saw your wings and who you really are. We refer to that non-physical you as your inner being or your source. It is not important what you call that source of energy or life force, but it is important that you are consciously aware of when you are allowing a full connection to it and when you are restricting it in some way. And I feel like everything about where you're from and how you were raised is that restriction. Spread those wings, my friend. I can't talk. I hope that this Hocus Pocus message has helped you. And if this is your very first tarot reading, well, welcome. If this is your first time at Power of Three itself, welcome. Ever. Reminding you again, hit that like button before you leave. Make sure you subscribe, comment if you would like. Every single thing is free. Well, and until I see you guys again, please take care of yourself. Bye for now.